What up, YouTube? It's your boys Carter TV. I got a little story to tell y'all. Not gonna be a long story, a little short story. Trying something different today. I got a story about this kid named Damien, right? Excuse me. About a story about a kid named Damien. Now, Damien believed in all types of, he believed in like all types of horror shit, witchcraft and all that. So he liked to collect books and stuff like that. Damien was only like, he was in the 6th grade. So in the 6th grade, which was about 12, 13 years old, maybe 14, if you were a dummy. But he believed in that type of stuff. And a lot of kids thought he was a little weirdo. You know what I'm saying? They thought he was a weirdo. They thought he was a nerd, he was a geek, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? He believed in shit like that. So when like unusual shit happened at school or happened at the bus stop where he waited with a couple of other kids for the bus, he knew it was like demons and shit, right? So this one particular day at the bus stop, Damien was walking towards the bus stop. I was like 3 kids there, and there was like 2 more kids coming. Now, as Damien is walking towards the bus stop, a tree branch is dangling. It's not nearly broken, but it's just dangling and it's wobbly. And it got him on a little edge as he looks at it. You know what I mean? It's not coming down by him. It's coming down by the other 2 kids that's coming towards him to me at the bus stop. So all the kids get there, and he's still looking at the tree branch. Now, for a minute, he thought he saw a ghost. He was like, look. So the kids looked up. He was like, we don't see anything. So he was like, yo, somebody's sitting right there. This kid started just saying he saw a ghost. He saw a man sitting on a branch, right? So one of the kids was like, Damien, don't start that ghost shit, man. Come on, man. Stop being weird, right? In the midst of him saying that, it started raining. Now, before they got to the bus stop, it was a clear, sunny day. It started raining out of nowhere. It got real gray outside, right? Within that 5-minute frame, you hear the thunder and the lightning. The kids are still waiting for their bus outside. No parents, just the kids. So Damien like, I told y'all, there's a ghost up there. It's a ghost up there. It's a ghost up there. He's like, man, it's just rain on the forecast. Relax. So this time the lightning struck. Boom, it hit the tree. And the shit, it broke, but it didn't break off. It started dangling. So the kids was like, oh shit, watch out, get out the way. So Damien was like, shaking his head. So the bus finally comes, the rain stops. Right? The rain stops. They go to school. A lot of more weird shit start happening. Damien's in the bathroom. And then all of a sudden, he hear the faucets turn on. He's in the stall, and he hear the faucets turn on. And now the water's coming out. And Damien's like, what the fuck? He freaking out. He run out. He get the janitor. When he come back into the bathroom, there's no water nowhere. The faucets is turned off. The water's cleaned up. So the janitor's like looking at him like, boy, what's wrong with you? Why you coming here and tell me it's water all over the place? I don't see no damn water. The janitor's like, they don't pay me enough to deal with y'all badass kids. So Damien was like freaking out. Now he was thinking about today. He thinking about all this shit all day. He's at lunch. He's sitting by himself. He's contemplating on what's going on today. Like, is he losing his mind? Is he really seeing shit? Is he really hearing shit? The only thing he got to go on today is the fact that the tree branch broke off. So when he go back to the bus stop tomorrow, he's going to see that tree branch damn near dangling. Moving on throughout the day, he's at lunch. That's what I'm saying. He was sitting in there at lunch. A friend of his come up to him. He actually has a friend named Scott. Now, Scott is friends with Damien due to the fact that Damien is just different from other kids, and they get along right well. They chill. They hang out at home sometimes, you know. Regular 2 nerdy kids. Scott was like, what's going on, man? Heard you was freaking out at the bus stop today. He was like, yo, I think I saw a ghost. He's like, Damien, come on, bro. You've been having all these ghosts, seeing and imagining things, shit, since we was in elementary, bro. You gotta let that go, bro. It's time to grow up. Start looking at some honeys, man. Look at these honeys, man. Look at these honeys. He's like, nah, I can't think about women right now. Bro. There's a lot going on. So he goes, today in the bathroom, the faucets went off and all the fucking water was everywhere. I go get the janitor. I come back, the water's cleaned up. So his friend Scott was like, "You sure it was water on the floor? And you not just like falling asleep on the toilet?" Like he was like, "No, man, I was wide awoke. I was wide awoke." He was like, "All right, man. I'll believe you. I'll believe you." So after that, a quart of milk sitting on the table. It knocks over by itself. Damien sees it knocks over by itself. Right? He sees it knock over by itself. He tells his friend Scott, "Look, that milk's dripping out of nowhere, man. Look." He said, "Maybe a kid knocked it over. Maybe a kid knocked it over." "Nah, ain't no kid knocking that over. Ain't nobody sitting at the table." So Scott like, "You got a point. But maybe somebody bumped the table and it's knocked over." Nah. It's a ghost in the school. I'm telling you, man, it's a ghost in the school. So the other kids is hearing him talk. So like, "Damien, what did you say?" "It's a ghost in the school." He said it mad loud. "It's a ghost in the school. I'm telling you. It's a ghost in the school." So all the kids in the lunchroom start laughing at him, teasing him. He runs out the school. He runs out the lunchroom, runs out the school, dips. He's running because they're laughing at him, and he's crying. He feels like nobody believes what he's seeing. So as he's just wandering in the streets, 12, 13-year-old kid wandering the streets, supposed to be in school, wandering the street. He come across an abandoned building that had been abandoned since as long as he knew. It's been abandoned. He's walking past it. He's looking at the building. And as he's looking at the building, right, he's thinking, nah, I ain't going in there. It's too scary. I ain't going in there. It's too scary. Right? So he turns away, looks away from the building. Turns back and looks back again. He see a man in the window just looking at him. Now, this man looked like the same man he saw on a tree branch early that morning. So he puzzles in place, and he sees the man pointing at him. "Come here." Like he's pointing at him. Come here. So Damien starts running, right? He runs, and he hides behind the car, right? As he's behind the car, somebody comes behind him and taps him on the shoulder. He instantly thought it was a ghost. Ah! It was his big brother. He was like, "Yo, bro, what are you doing now? You're supposed to be in school." He was like, "Oh, I thought you were, never mind." He was like, I felt sick. I just left." He said, "You can't leave. You gotta let mom and them know that you're not feeling well. He said, "Please, you're not gonna tell on me. You're not gonna tell on me." I was like, "Nah, if you're not really not feeling well, come on." Boom. My brother like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you to the crib, get you something to eat, and then you just relax until mom and dad get home later on." So boom, he go home. Feel me? Following day, Damien rushes back to the bus stop to see if the tree is broken off or is about to fall. He gets there, the shit is completely back to normal. Like it's like it didn't even happen. So there's kids gathering around there talking. They see him, and they're whispering to each other, "Oh, Damien's here. We go. What we're here about to do now." And as they see him walking, he's looking up. So the one kid is like, "Hey, if you look up long enough, your neck is going to stay like that." He said, "Do you guys remember what happened yesterday?" It's like, "What happened yesterday? When it rained and thunder and lightning?" He said, "It rained, but there was no thunder." He said, "What do you mean there wasn't no thunder? The branch was about to fall. Are you kidding me?" So the one kid was like, "It didn't happen like that. It just rained, and then the bus came, and we all got on the bus." "No, are you being dumb? It rained, and the thunder struck the tree, and the tree almost fell on your fucking head." So the one kid was like, "Hey, man, watch how you talking to her." He's like, "You heard me? Get the fuck out." He pushed him like, "Get out of my way." So the two start tussling, right? And then the kid ended up pushing Damien in the street, right? He ended up pushing him in the street, and the car's coming real fast. Almost hits him, but it stops directly, like, right in his face. And he, like, saw death, like, literally, on the tip of his nose, right in his face. So the guy gets out of the car, is like, "Hey, man, why are you playing on the fucking street? You're supposed to be getting ready for school, man." He's like, he pushed me in the street. So the kids is like, shooken up because they thought he was going to die. So he gets back on the sidewalk, and the kids are just all quiet. The bus comes. Right before the bus comes, Damien looks at that house that's on that block, that weird abandoned house that's on that block. And the man is in the window again. And he sees him, and he points. right? Then just then the bus pulls up. So he's like, now you think he's seeing shit, right? So he gets on the bus and he sits on the side of he sits on the side of the bus where he can see the house. He doesn't look, but right before the bus takes off, he looks again and he sees the man right in front of the porch. You see him right in front of the porch, and then he waves at him with a big smile on his face. Waves at him, shaking him the fuck up. So he goes to school. He sees his boy Scott. He was like, yo, I heard you had a fight at the bus stop this morning. He's like, yeah, big doofy motherfucker pushed me in the street, almost killed me. I was like, what happened? I said, remember I told you yesterday it rained and a tree branch almost fell on our fucking head? I get back home, I come back to the bus stop the next day and it's completely normal. He said, did you saw it? Did it thunder and lightning, bro? Did you sure? He said, I'm positive, bro. I'm positive. All the kids were there. So the kids hear him talking about it. And on top of that, after that happened, I seen the man in the window. So his friend Scott like, the man in the fucking window? All right, bro, you losing me now. We've been buds for so long, but this is where I got to draw the line. He said, I'm serious, bro. It's a man in the window on my block. And like he's been there for, I don't know how long he's been there, but lately I've been seeing him. The man in the window, what do he look like? He has a big, tall, black hat with a white suit. Really, dude? He was like, serious. I said, you don't believe me? Come with me on my block. Come with me home today. I'll show you the abandoned house. He was like, dude, I don't know. I got one more day of punishment. I'm not trying to mess that up. He said, dude, you don't even got to stay. Just come with me to the house. So his friend's like, all right, I'm only going to stay I'm only going to see the house and then I'm going to jet home. He's like, cool. So end of the day, he gets on his friend's bus. They go home. He gets off at the bus stop. He shows him the house. Right? Him and Damon are standing in front of it. He's like, this the house? He's like, yeah. This it. Where's the man in the window? I don't know. He's normally pops out right about now. So Scott, being the adventure dude he is, he's like, let's just go knock. He's like, bro, nobody lives here. Look at it. It's all worn down. He's like, come on, bro. Let's go see. He's like, no. You said you got one more day of punishment. Bro, I just brought you here to see the house. Obviously, the dude's not here. Let's bounce. So he's like, Scott's like, are you scared now? Don't tell me you're being a big fat pussy. He's like, dude, let's just go. So Scott goes in. He goes in the gate. He creeps up to the house. As he's walking up the stairs, you can hear the wooden steps as he goes up. Them shits, you know. He goes on the porch. He looks around. He rings the doorbell. Doorbell goes off. And the man in the windows appears. Damon's face is lit up like a Christmas tree, shaking up. Like his body started to tense. You started to see him sweat and the goosebumps rose from his arms. The kid was really shaking up. So Scott was like, dude, nothing happened. So he's looking at Damon, shaking, standing there like if something just possessed him. He's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Dude, what are you looking at? So he turns around and look, and he gets a glimpse of the man in the window. Scott gets a glimpse of him. He's like, what the fuck was that? Damon. So he smacks Damon. Smack. Damon comes to. He comes to the senses. What? Who the fuck was that in the window? You saw him, didn't you? The man in the window, right? You saw him, right? He's like, dude, what the fuck? So as they're about to leave the yard of the house, right? The front door opens up. It cracks open. Him and Scott look like they done saw the finest woman in the world come to the door butt naked, right? That's the look on their face, shook, like, what the? So Scott like, dude, the door just opened. So Damon go, now you see what I'm saying? Look at this shit. Dude, let's go. He's dragging Scott. Come on, let's go. Come on. He's like, nah, man, let's go inside. Bro, no, the door opened up by itself and you talk about let's go inside? No, man, come on. I proved it to you. There was a man in the window. I got you here. Go home, Scott. Go home. Right? So before Damon even knew it, he turned around and was telling Scott, come on, right? He gets outside the gate. He turns around. Scott is gone. He's gone. Right? So he's like, Scott, Scott, Scott. So Scott peeks his head out. Hey, man, I'm right here. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Man. Dude, get out the house. Scott is in the doorway, right? He's in the doorway with his head peeked out outside like, it's nothing in here. It's nothing in here, right? He's like, dude, you proved your point. Let's just go, man. Let's go. He said, not until you come up here first. Not until you come up here first. I will not leave until you come up here first. He's like, dude, are you serious? Dude, fine. He walks upstairs. He slowly creeps. He's like, come on, boy. We ain't got all day. It's kind of getting spooky in here. I feel a cold chill. Little do Scott know the man in the mirror was standing literally right behind him. So I feel this cold chill, bro. It's not even that cold outside. He's like, look, I made it to the porch. Are you happy now? The man in the mirror appears right behind Scott. Damon is blown away, like, because he actually sees this man up close, shaking up. His body is tensing again. This time his nose is bleeding. He's like, dude, your nose is bleeding. Dude, your nose is bleeding. Before Scott could walk out the door, the man grabs him up, slams the door. And the gust of the wind from the door went so hard, it blew Damon away off the porch, onto the floor. Damon jumped up and ran back home. All you heard was the screams coming from Scott. Damon got home and ran right under this blanket and stood there for the rest of the night. Came back to school the next day looking like if he just lost all thoughts of life in his body. He gets to school the next day, right? Still thinking about what happened to his friend Scott. And the teacher's talking about it, and they say, Scott didn't return home. He's been missing, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. His parents is looking for him, and some of the kids was like, he was on our bus yesterday. He was with Damon. So the teacher asked him, like, hey, did you see Scott? He's like, no, I didn't see Scott. No, I didn't see Scott. Scott. He's like, you seem pretty shaken up, buddy. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Scott. What happened to Scott? He's like, he's missing. The kid said he was on your bus. He was on our bus. Then he went home. I don't remember anything else after him going home. So the kids is like teasing him, right? They teasing him, hey, your boyfriend Scott is missing. You had something to do with it. Da, 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 da. They teasing him. Teacher comes in the room. Break it up. Kids go back to what you were doing, right? Lunchtime comes. He's not eating. He's still thinking about Scott. He knows Scott is gone. So with that happened, right? A week later, Scott's been missing. Damon wasn't freaking out in school. He was just going his normal days, quiet and silent, not speaking to nobody. Not even so much as looking at people. Just kept his head down in school. His parents thought something was wrong with him. He was sick maybe, but he seemed fine. The kids started to bully him. Because they was like, seeing Scott in so long, since he's been on the bus with your nerd ass, where is he? They started picking on him, right? They was picking on him during class. Teacher told him to stop. So the teacher gets a phone call during class hours. She's like, I got to get a phone call. I'll be back. So a group of kids started picking on Damon, picking on him, pushing him out his chair. Because of you, Scott is missing. Another kid goes missing during that week. 4 kids go missing during that whole week when Damon went quiet. So the kids thought he had something to do with it. They was picking on him. And he screams out from being picked on so much, leave me alone. 2 of the chairs in the classroom go flying across the room. The kids are shaking back like, what the hell? Damon is shooken up because he could see the man in the mirror now. He's in the school, literally sitting at the teacher's desk with his legs crossed, smiling at Damon. Smiling with a nasty grin. Man in the mirror. So the kids are looking at him as he's panting. The man in the mirror. He's shaking up like this kid is really losing it. Right, the lights is flickering off and on, flicking off. The kid is all losing their mind, like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? The man in the mirror, the man. He kept saying it, repeating over the man in the mirror, 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 the man in the mirror. The teacher finally comes back into the room and see all the kids in the corner, like, what's going on? Why does this room look a mess? What did you guys do? Get up. So she tells the two to clean up. The man in the mirror disappears once the lights is on. She sees Damon in the corner, folded up and holding himself, rocking back and forth. The man in the mirror, the man in the mirror, the man in the mirror, the man in the mirror. She calls his parents. His parents come get him. They take him to the hospital. They get him checked out. And they basically tell his mother he's probably just having bad dreams or nightmares or whatever the case. They brush it off. So Damon was out of school that whole week. During that whole week, more kids went missing, right? More kids went missing. And the kid who was bullying him in school, once Damon came back, he was like, dude, ever since that incident that happened last week, a lot of kids been going missing. What did you do? He's like, I didn't do anything. It's the man in the mirror. He's like, what the fuck you mean the man in the mirror? The day you freaked out in class, all I saw you kept saying. It's the man in the mirror, bro. That haunted house. If any of you guys walk past that haunted house lately, he 9 times out of 10 got you. That's who got Scott. He said, what house? Hope you ain't talking about that abandoned house. Nobody's been there for years, dude. He's like, yeah, still a man living in there. He's taking and killing kids. I can prove it to you. He's like, how you gonna prove it to us? You gonna take us to the house and get us killed too? No. Get you killed? No. But I could just show you. Once I show you, whatever you decide to do, you're on your own. He said, you're bluffing. You're bluffing. You're full of shit, Damon. You're crazy. You're losing it. You belong in a mental institution. Ain't that where you going in a couple days? He's like, so what? At least I'll be away from the man in the mirror. Trust and believe me. So nobody believed Damon, not even his parents, right? 2 kids who heard the conversation decided to go, ends up going in there. They examined the crib, and they went late at night. They took flashlights, walked around, didn't see nothing. So they talking to themselves like, yo, I think Damon was bluffing. There's no man in the mirror here. We done checked this whole house. They was in the house for about good 30 minutes just looking around with flashlights until one of them came across a man, walked right past them. He's like, dude, did you see that? There's a man here. He's like, bro, stop playing. He's like, no, look. You see him? The dude kept walking past in the hallway. So the kids was like, they looked at each other and they decided to run. They ran to the front door. By the time they got to the front door, it closed on and the man in the mirror popped out from the front door, grabbed them kids up. All you heard was their screams. Damon, who lived close on the block, could hear the screams. The man in the mirror got them, right? So the one kid who was bullying Damon was like, 2 more kids got caught, They got. Damon, take me to the house. So a couple of girls was like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not supposed to go there. The house is abandoned. Even the cops went there. They said, don't be there. If Damon is telling the truth and there's a man in the mirror, I want to see for myself. So Damon was like, you sure got a death wish, bro. Listen, I warned you. Don't go. You decided you want to go? Fine, I'll lead you there. After that, you're on your own, buddy. That's fine, because I'm going to come out on top. So at least 6 kids go with them, including Damon. After school, they go straight there. They get off the bus and they walk towards the house. All 6 of them lined up looking at the house. Damon got so used to seeing the man in the mirror, seeing him, it became a normal thing now. Seeing the man, looked at him, he even gave him an eyebrow, like a what's up, and the kids didn't notice, right? The kids didn't even notice. It's like, the dude was like, the one kid was like, this don't seem so bad, Damon, come on, let's go in. He was like, after you. So the kid pushes Damon into going first. They go in the yard, they all start going up the stairs. The girls are following behind suit. They go in the house, right? They go in the house. They look around. This don't seem too bad. The one kid walks around. The other girls go another way. They was like, let's split up. Whatever you find, we find. If we don't find nothing, we meet back here, then we leave. It's simple. So the one dude, he grabs Damon. You're going to come with me. Come on. So they walk around the crib. Nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. So after that, after being in there for at least 5 minutes, the dude was like, I had it. I'm done with it. There's nothing here. Let's bounce. So like, Damien, you're full of shit. There was no man in the mirror. There was never no man in the mirror. It was just you. You killed them kids probably. Or you had some dude around here do it. He was like, no, I didn't. You see, the man in the mirror is here. And he's standing right behind you. The smile that the man in the mirror used to do to Damon appeared right on Damon's face. It appeared right then and there. The kids felt the cool breeze hit the back of their necks. They turned around and the man in the mirror just slapped all 6 of their faces off. Like he ripped the skin off like he peeled their face off with just one gust of wind. Swish! The blood print splattered all over Damon's face. And as he smiles and grins, story ends with Damon standing right there in front of the doorway. And he could hear the kids scream. It's the man in the mirror. It's your boy Carter TV. I'm out.